2414 and check their availability as well as schedule your services. JB Waste Connection takes pride in their top-notch customer service. Learn more about their services at jettisonenvironmental.com. JB Waste Connection, your local solution for quality and convenience.
Pike Tactical, the area's only 5-star gun store, loves hunters. Whether it be dove, deer, or turkey season, Pike Tactical carries popular brands of rifles, shotguns, and pistols, plus their prices often beat the big box stores. They also stock hard-to-find hunting ammo every day. Pike Tactical is a veteran-owned and family-operated business who put their customers first. For hunting rifles, shotguns, and ammo, shop Pike Tactical. Now open Monday through Saturday on Chantilly Parkway in the shopping center where Kuko's is and at piketactical.com.
You depend on your vehicle to get you where you need to go. Depend on us to make sure it does. I'm Don Duncan with All American Auto and Tire, your super dealer.
They're very professional, great customer service skill. Don Duncan has been wonderful to come and pick me up for work and drop me off. And I see they are so helpful and very exciting to help the customers and be satisfied with their needs.
Tire service or major repair. Americans, all Americans, Auto and Tire.
107.5 Montgomery, ESPN The Ticket. The Troy Trojans play on WTXK, Pike Road, Montgomery, ESPN The Ticket. Welcome to Patriot Talk.
Thank you for doing that.
With Pike Road head football coach Granger Shook. Each week, Coach Shook will offer an in-depth look at his program as the Patriots again battle for championships. The show is brought to you by Sexton Tire, McKee and Associates, Nuke's Eatery, Halstead LLC, Hidden Oaks in Pike Road, and the Pike Road Patriot Fund. Get in touch with the show by calling 334-517-1210 or texting the Patriot Talk text box at 334-313-1170. Now, here with Coach Shook is Doug Amos.
And good Thursday evening, everybody, and welcome to the Market at John Hall Store. It is the postseason edition of Patriot Talk. Doug Amos alongside the coach of the Pike Road Patriots. He is Granger Shook. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well, Doug. How are you, man?
I'm well. It was great experiencing the atmosphere at Pike Road last Friday night in your regular season finale. Boy, what a lot of talent on that field last Friday night, Coach. A lot of guys that are going to be playing on Saturdays.
Yes. Very blessed to be a part of that. It was fun. It was fun atmosphere. Doug, I appreciate you being out there and then interviewing our boys after the game. Man, it was a great senior night. I was proud of our seniors for ending their regular season the way they did.
Coach, in your however many years you've been a head coach, handful, 5-6 years, you've had a lot of postseason success. I mean, you've won postseason games regularly. What changes, if anything, or is that why you've had success? Because you don't give the impression that anything changes.
Well, Doug, thank you, man. I don't know how much success I've had. As I've been blessed with a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Yes, some great assistant coaches and coaches that we just work well together. But again, I just think good wisdom on the staff that we have as far as the older coaches with Coach Atkins, Coach Lowry, and several others. We have kind of, we've been in helmets some days. I think that Malik and others have liked. Not really tackling to the ground as often as we did early in the year, trying to take care of our guys. We kind of mentioned the other day at a staff meeting, if they don't know how to tackle now, we won't teach them the next 5 days. So, just letting our players play, making sure that we have the best plan implemented mentally, and making sure our players are confident with it.
Round one of the 6A playoffs, we're Region 2.
We are.
We are the champion of Region 2. We play the 4th seed out of Region 3. And, hey, I don't mind telling you, Homewood don't look like no 4th seed to me.
They are not.
They beat their own region champion by 3 touchdowns.
Yes. They played Benjamin Russell early in the year. After that game, their starting quarterback was out with an injury. He is now back. Lucky for us. Number 11 is a phenomenal player. He's a great dual threat guy. He's not the biggest, but he's right at 5'11", 200 pounds. Very hard to tackle. Good arm. he's just a winner, man. And they got him back last week, so he's going to be a great, opportunity for us to, be able to corral a dual threat guy.
It's interesting, Coach. You and I have been around these parts our whole lives.
Right.
We grew up in this state and certainly in this area. Homewood may have as much football tradition going way back as anybody.
Right.
It's always been Homewood. It's always been Vestavia Hills and those programs right around the Birmingham area that have done so much in their years in high school football.
That's right. Yeah, Homewood, when I was coming through in the early 2000s, they were sending running backs to Nebraska.
Yes.
They were sending guys, Power 5 guys every year. And this year is no different. They have a really good offensive line. They have some really good wide receivers. Again, already touched on their quarterback, who they just got back. So he's going to be a big target for us tomorrow night.
So here's what we got to do for everybody that's here. Your players have arrived.
Right.
Tonight is the night we draw for the trip, courtesy of the Pike Road Quarterback Club. It is 2 nights at Mobile's Battle House Hotel and Spa in downtown Mobile. Should be a fun event or fun trip for you. It's a Renaissance property. I would say those nights are probably going for about $250, $300 a night. So that's
Absolutely.
the value of that little getaway weekend. But we have a second place prize.
Wow.
Even if people don't play golf, they know somebody that does.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, so you got connections. Thanks to our friends at Capitol Hill on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, we have 2 rounds of golf, greens fee, and cart included. That's about a $80 to $90 value right there.
Right.
So about a $180 deal here. So 2 people are walking out of here with some prizes tonight, and here's the deal. Everybody in this building can come put their name in the box. They got to put a name and a phone number, and you don't have to be here to win. We'll contact whoever we draw for both prizes.
That's right. Yep.
Michael Hennig, on behalf of the Quarterback Club, is going to be the official drawer.
That's right.
We'll see who the drawee is when it's all said and done. But even if you've already got your name in there once, come put it in again. The whole rule was that you can do it every week.
That's right.
So this is about the 4th week we've done this. Turner Faulkner got here at 4 o'clock and filled out forms till 6:15.
He's got at least 4 forms in there.
Yeah, he's got a ton of forms in there. But hey, you can come fill out one too. The pens here, the sheets there. Just put them in the box.
I know Turner's ears perked up when he heard about this RTJ.
The golf.
Yes,
he's a golfer now.
He is.
He's probably wanting second place. Perhaps you never know. All right, 334-517-1210 is how you get in touch with us tonight on Patriot Talk. If you would like to send a message to us, there's 2 ways to do it. Thanks to our buddy Brian Harris, who is here for Pike Road Live on the YouTube channel for Pike Road. You can send him a message on the Pike Road Live feed, and he will get it to me. Or you can send it directly to me by texting 334-313-1170. Looks like somebody just let a bus out. We have lots of people in here tonight.
There's a long line, isn't there?
I couldn't figure out, because you got to understand something. I've been with Coach Shook for about 4 years now, doing his shows. And literally, even when the studio is a 1/10 of a mile from where he's practicing, he rolls in about 1 minute before the show. But this year, when we've been out here with Grib Anderson and this great food at the market at John Hall store, he gets here in time to order and eat before the show goes on.
It's the food. Grib does a phenomenal job with his wings. I'm a wing guy. And
you also
he does a great
are
job.
A tater tot guy with ranch.
I love tater tots.
I mean, he was like passing around, try it with the ranch. It's unbelievable.
Just try it. Yep.
All right, so this is going to be a fun night. We are going to welcome in first Malik Blockton in just a little while, then Cody Markham, Max Seaman. All guys played well. I heard you, or you told me after the game last Friday night that you didn't feel your kids were as ready and as on point, and you took the blame for that.
Absolutely. We had come off a very emotional win, a big high, so to speak, against Carver. and I was expecting a little letdown versus BTW. Wasn't quite expecting what I saw on Friday night, but that is my fault. I took the blame not only during the game, but at halftime and after the game. But I believe our boys have responded well. Bragged on them as far as their preparation this week. I expect a very motivated Pike Road to play tomorrow night. Homewood kind of, put a halt to our season last year. And so I know our guys are going to be motivated and ready to play tomorrow night.
My best friend's Charlie Trotman, and we always have these conversations every morning. He's more of an X's and O's analyzer. I'm more of an emotional edge or analyzer who's got that. So when you tell me that your team didn't play well last Friday night and didn't seem to really respond well after the big win over Carver, if I were you, I'd be going, yes, because we got them next week.
Right.
We'll be able to pound that home. You go out and beat BTW 42-0. There ain't much you can say to get them fired up. Does that make any sense?
No, it does. Absolutely, 100%. And so I think there's a lot to that, Doug. Pat Dye once said, you better hope that your ball club is better than 6 to 7 of your opponents, because they can only get up for 3 or 4.
He told me that in his office one day when I covered Auburn.
And he's a very good coach.
Yeah.
He's very smart.
He said emotionally, mentally, and physically, you can only be at your best with all three about 3 or 4 times a year.
And so, again, I understand why we didn't play to the best of our ability last week. Doesn't mean that I can allow it.
No, of course not.
But, I'm very proud of how they prepared Monday, Tuesday. I thought we got better Wednesday. Wasn't our best practice, but I thought we got better, and I was very proud of our focus and attention to detail this morning. So I think we're on a fast track to being successful.
Despite the fact that you don't feel your team played up to its capabilities, it sure was an exciting night of football for the regular season finale. Of course, one of Malik's future teammates was out there for BTW on the other side of the ball.
Right.
He obviously knows how to play the sport in a number of different positions. They have a wideout who's a sophomore who I think will probably be a D1 player at some point. So
Absolutely.
Your guys still did find a way to win, Coach, in the fourth quarter. There's something to be said for that.
We did. And I talked to our guys about this on Sunday. We lost the penalty and turnover battle. That's something that is unacceptable, but we still found a way to win. And that is something that
doesn't happen much.
That we can work with, but we have to be able to control the controllables. You can control penalties. You can control taking care of the ball. And so that is something that I expect for us to be much improved on this week against Homewood.
We'll talk more about it when we get toward the end of the program. But just tell us about Homewood. They're 6-4.
Right.
As we've already said, they beat their own region champion. They've got some players back.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about what the big challenges are tomorrow night.
Again, Homewood started really hot. They had an injury to their quarterback about week 4, week 5, and then they went on a little, dry spell, understandably so. But they're very, very well coached up front on both sides of the ball. They have some good speed on the perimeter. I think their outside linebackers are as good as we've seen, and I think their secondary is very well coached. It's going to be hard to create big plays on them. They're going to try to make us snap the ball over and over and over again, and so they may give up the short and intermediate passes, but they do an excellent job of tackling, and so it's going to take a lot of discipline by our offense to sustain drives.
You coached a lot of games in the playoffs. You've seen a lot of 4 seeds versus 1 seeds.
Right.
We hear people all the time. I have had people on my show saying, I'll guarantee you, at some 4 seeds winning this first week. I know we're not going to allow that to happen here, but Homewood has to be one of the best 4 seeds in the state.
They
right
are.
Now.
They are, and I've expressed to our team early and often this week how a lot of news outlets have projected that Homewood would upset Pike Road. Just again,
who did that?
Some Birmingham news outlets.
Okay, I got you.
Yes,
okay.
Some and social media outlets. And I expressed to our guys how these people have not watched you practice or play one time, but they're going to have a word into who's successful or not. So, but we also use that as motivation.
Sure you did.
And so, again, just excited that our boys have an opportunity to play tomorrow night, and what a fantastic opponent we have to showcase our talent.
I really enjoyed as we get ready to take our first break. I really enjoyed, so people know, I did the Pig Enterprises scoreboard show at Pike Road last Friday night. That's what Coach was referencing. But not knowing about the traffic situation and what I could or could not do, I literally came to your facility right after my radio show.
Yes.
I got there at 2:30 and never left.
That's right.
And I was just really impressed with your game day and how that all goes down, and your devotional that you give at pregame, and got to know some of your coaches, had some nice visits. I know now for sure why you feel so comfortable at Pike Road. It's a good place.
Thank you, Doug. It is, man. And, we are proud of our community. We're proud of our school, and we're proud of our football program. And, just excited that our boys have an opportunity to play a playoff game at home. Not a lot of teams are able to do that. And so, only half of 6A makes it to the playoffs, and only 32 of those teams can host a game. And so just excited that our boys have earned the right to host a playoff game in 6A football.
We had a caller or a viewer to Pike Road Live. Homewood's got a band that's got 400 members in it.
Unbelievable.
So literally the viewer wanted to know if that could cause some problems for us with cadence.
Yes.
And with, they're making all kind of noise. I don't think there's a high school rule about you got to stop playing while the play's going on.
Well,
or is there?
There is, but with a band, they're pretty lenient. So This week, I think our boys have enjoyed it. We have turned on not only our press box speakers, but we've rolled out a pretty expensive speaker system on wheels, and we've had them both blaring different band songs at the same time.
I love
it. So we're only doing signals at practice, and so hopefully our team is prepared, dealing with high school young men. They enjoyed it. Hopefully it carries over into tomorrow night, but we have worked on the noise for sure.
That is awesome. So you have prepared for that.
Yes.
And the Pike Road fans should be appreciative. Coach was right on top of it. We're going to take a break, and when we get back, Malik Blockton, the big defensive lineman, commit to Auburn. Had a big night against BTW. We'll talk to the big senior when Patriot Talk continues from the market at John Hall Store here in Pike Road.
Come discover a more familiar way of life in Pike Road's newest development, Hidden Oaks. Build your dream home in nature without all the traffic. Located just minutes from the Pike Road Town Center, Publix, restaurants, and additional shopping, you won't have to go far for anything you might need. Hidden Oaks features incredible access to I-85 and Bowling Roads while still retaining its profound beauty and privacy. Auburn, Lake Martin, and downtown Montgomery are just a short drive away. With site pros getting the lots ready to build on, claim your spot now. To find out more about Hidden Oaks, go to hiddenoaksal.com.
Sexton Tire Pros is home of the hassle-free guarantee. They make taking care of your tires simple by offering a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and major brands like Michelin and BF Goodrich. For whatever you drive, Michelin is a tire to fit any need. Sexton Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. Find out more online at sextontirepros.com.
I hear the bump in the road, I got a nail in my tire. The bumper is loose, the steering no problem. Sexton Tire Pros, we're one of the few where everything we do rotates around you. Sexton.
Hey, it's Richard White from the Pike Road Patriot Fund. We're the people that bring you the annual crawfish boil each spring that's raised over $120,000 for the 3 Pike Road schools. We have a new event for 2023 called Patriots on the Hunt. It's a great excuse to go hunting more and help raise money for Pike Road schools. Whether it's hogs, does, or that big buck, there's a category where you can win. You can buy tags right now at prpatriotfund.com. Don't forget, on Saturday, December 9th, we'll have the big Pike Road Patriot Party from 2 to 5 o'clock at the John Hall Store, where we'll have a raffle We'll have free food. We'll have music and a cash bar again down at the John Hall store December 9th, 2 to 5. It's going to be a big time. You're going to say, hey, were you there? That'll be your answer. Hey, I was there. Anyone that bought a tag can participate, or you can buy a ticket at the door for $50. Hey, y'all go to prpatriotfund.com. Check it out. prpatriotfund.com. We'll see you, your family, your friends on December the 9th from 2 to 5. Love y'all. And
testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
We got you.
I bet.
It's a sandwich with a rich culinary tradition. And at Nuke's, we don't mess with tradition. We just build upon it. Starting the Nuke's Cuban with prime pork tenderloin that's hand-rubbed with secret spices and brined to perfection. Then we layer on ham, Swiss, mustard, and pickles. No shortcuts, nothing creamy. Just the perfect Cuban. As traditions go, it's a tasty one. Get the Cuban for a limited time at Nuke's Eatery.
Fueled by the vision of 3 generations of leaders with backgrounds in engineering, construction, and finance, Halstead has left an indelible mark of quality on the retail and multifamily landscape throughout the Southeast for more than 70 years. Halstead has built a diversified real estate portfolio across 14 states, featuring some of the best-known name brands in America. Call Halstead Contractors at 334-288-2330. Halstead is a proud supporter of Pike Road Patriot football.
It's year 7 of the Pig Enterprises Scoreboard Show. This is Doug Amos inviting you to join me and special guests each Friday night from 9 to 11, right here on WTXK, ESPN The Ticket in the River Region. You can listen online as well on roundtablebroadcast.com. We'll have a great time on the road at different high school games and in the studio. It's going to be a great, great year. Follow all your high school football scores right here on ESPN The Ticket.
You're listening to Patriot Talk.
Here we go, boys.
Pike Road head football coach Granger Shook. To be part of the show, call 334-517-1210 or text the Patriot Talk text box at 334-313-1170. Now back to Coach Shook and Doug Amos.
All right, welcome back to the market at John Hall store here in the town of Pike Road. Don't forget, if you're in the building, and there are a lot of people in the building, you need to come sign up one more time for the 2-night trip that we have set up thanks to the Pike Road Quarterback Club to Mobile, Battle House Hotel and Spa, 2 nights. You've got a full year to use that. We'll be drawing for that tonight. And then as well, we'll be drawing for 2 rounds of golf at Capitol Hill with carts and greens fee taken care of. So all you'll have to pay for are your refreshments.
That's right.
This gentleman we have with us today is a big fan of refreshments. He is Malik Blockton, and what a game he had last Friday night against BTW, playing against a future teammate of his. And he's been on the program, I think this is number 3, and his arms are bigger than my legs. And that's just kind of how it works. Malik, good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, too.
Talk about this dude. Now, and I want you to mention this. I believe this to be true. I think even him, even a Power 5 future signee,
right,
I think he has made great strides in this his senior year.
Absolutely. You know, and there were, I'll be transparent with Malik, there were some guys who early in the year asked if Malik was really an Auburn guy, and I said, hands down, he is. And I think ever since Wetumpka, he has proven that. And he has really turned it on. As of late, he's been a leader for us, not only on defense, but as a team, and been very proud of the production of Malik on and off the field. He's done an exceptional job for Pike Road.
Against PTW, Malik had 10 total tackles, 5 and 5, 5 assists, 5 solos, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack. On the year for Malik Blockton, 45 solo tackles, 41 assists, 86 tackles total, 12 sacks on the year in 10 games. That's pretty amazing. Malik, you've had an incredible senior year, and I guess the thing you have to embrace is everything starts from scratch now, doesn't it? It's all year. Everybody's 0 and 0.
Yes, sir. I mean, none of the stats really don't matter because it's not really me. It's really like the people around me helping me get that. But as of right now, we just worry about Homewood trying to win 1-0 every week.
Let's put last week's game behind us by getting you to talk about you had to dig down. You had to dig deep and make plays. I mean, the game probably didn't play out like anybody thought it would, yet you still had to rise up in the fourth quarter, and that's what happened.
Yes, sir. I mean, it was my senior night. Like, that's how I wanted it to be. Like, I wanted it to be a fight so I can remember it, so I can, remember my senior night. If we would have just went out there and blew them out, it would have just been another game in the books. Like, I wouldn't have remembered it. But I'm going to remember that game forever now just because it was a fight.
Something tells me that game's going to come up in the Auburn locker room over the next 4 years or so.
Maybe once or twice.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking Joe might be hearing from Malik about that. Coach and I have been talking already, Malik. Homewood's not your customary 4 seed. Mm-hmm. This is a team that is really, really good.
Yes,
I bet not many 4 seeds, Coach, beat their own region champion like Homewood did. So talk about how you guys as seniors have brought everybody together this year and to make them know that 1 seed really doesn't mean anything. You got to go out and win a football game.
Yes, sir. We haven't really been looking at the seedings. We just been focusing on to the game plan, listening to what Coach Lee has for us as our defense coordinator, like listening to the game plan he has and trying to execute it every day.
All right, should I ask him now? He thought I was going to forget, but I'm not going to forget.
I think he's ready.
And first off, Pike Road doesn't have school tomorrow, so this will be the last school thing he learns for the week. He'll begin back on Monday, but Malik Blockton, tell me one thing you learned today, my friend.
I learned that 16% of people that get staph infection is uncurable.
Really?
Yes, sir.
16%?
That's
That's why athletic departments and folks that do that type of stuff, that's a big deal. When anybody gets staph infection, everything gets shut down, and you try to figure out
gloves, mask, everything. Yes,
that's cool. You taught me something today, Malik. I like that.
Yes, sir.
Do talk about, if you would, how much you think this team's improved. I mean, you guys now are on an 8-game win streak, and I know tomorrow night that doesn't mean a thing. You're on a 0-game win streak, but just talk about what you've seen as a senior in this team.
I mean, at the beginning of the year, we couldn't really get the offense rolling, but these past few games, we've been putting up 30, 40, 50 points a game. So, I mean, the offense has really been giving us help because they've been keeping us out the field for a long time. See, because at the beginning of the year, we was on the field a lot, and we was getting tired a lot. I mean, and on defense, we've been holding people to less points every game. So, I mean, everybody's just coming together, and it's starting to be more of a brotherhood and not just a football team.
Now, Malik, you know which team eliminated you last year, right?
Yes, sir.
Who was it?
Homewood.
Exactly. It was Homewood in round 2 of the playoffs, I believe.
Yep.
Coach, you weren't with this program last year, but is that something you remind them of?
I did. I think I reminded him of it on Monday, and didn't really want to continue to harp on last year with these guys, just trying to harp on the things that are going to make us better this week, and I think our team has responded well to that. I think they have enough motivation on their own, this senior class. Just been very encouraged by their leadership this week, and it's just been a great group to watch and, just grow to be a part of.
Malik, I got to say this. I was there last week, as you know. We visited after your game.
Yes, sir.
I was massively impressed with the atmosphere and everything that was going on around the game, and I was told that wasn't even one of your better crowds.
No, sir.
So I suspect tomorrow night's going to be wild and woolly in that stadium. And if nothing else, the lights are going to mess them up. How long did that take you to get used to with the light show that goes on before, during, and after the game?
I mean, it's really cool. I mean, I really been used to it because it started like my 10th grade year. So, I mean, it's really cool. It's really fun to be a part of and like be in the moment with it.
I'm guessing, do seniors, and you tell me, you've been a senior in a bunch of locker rooms.
Right.
You've been an assistant coach in a bunch of locker rooms, and you've been a head coach in a bunch of locker rooms. Does the discussion really happen with seniors like Malik and the other two we've got here tonight, Cody and Mac? Is it ever said, hey, man, this could potentially be my last game? Dadgummit, I don't want it to be. And then I've always heard from some underclassmen that have said, we knew this could be their last game, and we weren't about to let that happen.
Right. Yes, that conversations, those do happen. And, I think that's something that we haven't harped on, but I think it's been approached, and it's definitely been discussed in our locker room. And so I think that's something that our seniors do not want to happen. I think that they have proven through their practice efforts that they don't want it to happen. And so, again, these guys, I don't know if they know it yet, but they are 2 wins away from tying the senior class that won a state title in total victories.
Is that right?
2 wins away. And so they have something that they can really leave a mark on the Pike Road program for a long time if they just take it week by week by week by week and continue to get better. They can leave a lasting impression on Pike Road football for a long time.
Malik, what do you face up front from Homewood? I'm sure you've seen some film. What do they have?
I mean, Coach Boykin, he got me messed up on number 74. He's a big guy. I mean, he's the best on their own line. So I guess Coach Boykin wanted me to match up with him and see how he was.
I'm taking you, pal, in that little battle. Have a great time tomorrow night. It's been really fun getting to know you this year. Thanks for coming out.
Yes,
it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
I know you're proud of guys like that, right?
Extremely. Extremely proud.
You know, back first year they bought into you and your staff, and now it's showing with 8 straight wins and a number 1 seed heading into the playoffs.
Well, these guys have done a tremendous job from day one, and you know, I love every time somebody asks me, you know, am I ready for Friday night? I'm ready, but I don't get to play. It's these guys, you know what I mean? And so these guys are ready to play. I can't wait to watch them showcase their talents and their efforts on Friday night. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere to be a part of.
Be honest, you'd still like to play on Friday night.
Oh, absolutely. I think I got 2 plays. I think I got 2 snaps.
I bet you got more than 2. I know if you only had 2, I know who'd make the tackle both times.
Well, I appreciate it.
That would be you. And you know, well, I'm not going to say. I'm just going to stay away. I'm going to stay away from being sarcastic tonight. Malik, good to see you. How about Malik Blockton, everybody? The All-State defensive lineman for the Patriots. We'll take a break. When we get back, Mac Seaman will step in and visit with us. We'll talk to Mac, the linebacker, the senior that also had a big game Friday night. And we'll certainly be looking for another one tomorrow night. Stick around. More Patriot Talk with Granger Shook here from the market at John Hall Store on a Thursday night in Pike Road.
Salads can be more than, salads.
Yes, sir.
Like the new seared ahi tuna or shrimp and avocado salads at Nuke's Eatery. Both deliver impeccably indulgent flavors like seared sushi-grade tuna or plump broiled shrimp, along with our house-made dressings, ginger wasabi or lemon basil vinaigrette. Try one of these extraordinary salads today, only at Nuke's Eatery.
Located in Montgomery at Taylor and Vaughan, Tigertown, Opelika, and in the heart of Auburn.
Fueled by the vision of 3 generations of leaders with backgrounds in engineering, construction, and finance, Halstead has left an indelible mark of quality on the retail and multifamily landscape throughout the Southeast for more than 70 years. Halstead has built a diversified real estate portfolio across 14 states, featuring some of the best-known name brands in America. Call Halstead Contractors at 334-288-2330. Halstead is a proud supporter of Pike Road Patriot football.
Come discover a more familiar way of life in Pike Road's newest development, Hidden Oaks. Build your dream home in nature without all the traffic. Located just minutes from the Pike Road Town Center, Publix, restaurants, and additional shopping, you won't have to go far for anything you might need. Hidden Oaks features incredible access to I-85 and Vaughan Road while still retaining its profound beauty and privacy. Auburn, Lake Martin, and downtown Montgomery are just a short drive away. With Site Pros getting the lots ready to build on, claim your spot now. To find out more about Hidden Oaks, go to hiddenoaksal.com.
It's year 7 of the Pig Enterprises Scoreboard Show. This is Doug Amos inviting you to join me and special guests each Friday night from 9 to 11 right here on WTXK, ESPN The Ticket in the River Region. You can listen online as well on roundtablebroadcast.com. We'll have a great time on remote at different high school games and in the studio. It's going to be a great, great year. Follow all your high school football scores right here on ESPN The Ticket.
Hey everybody, Richard White here, part of the Pike Road Patriot Fund. Hey listen, we got a big event coming up in the fall. Big event. Raise money for the arts and athletics at all 3 schools, 3 Pike Road schools. Love for y'all to join us. It's going to be a big time. It's called Patriots on the Hunt. We're having a kickoff party November 4th, 1 to 4 at the John Hall Store right there in Cecil, Alabama. Then At the end of about a month-long time period to hunt, we're having a big party December 9th, 2 to 5 at the John Hall store. So come by, see us at the kickoff party. Hey, listen to this. Free wings as long as they last. So come by, we're going to have a cash bar, free wings. We're going to be going over the rules. You can buy your tags, come by and see us. The rules, you got to kill in Alabama. No high fences, no cheating. Timestamp of the doe, the buck, and the hog. Go to prpatriotfund.com.
That's not what should be playing.
We got all the rules right there for you. Then join us December the 9th, 2 to 5 at the John Hall store. We're going to have raffles.
Maybe that is
what's We're going to have a big time.
Who is this?
Love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. God bless.
Sexton Tire Pros is home of the hassle-free
Good to see you again, buddy.
They make taking care of your tires simpler, offering a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and major brands like Michelin and BF Goodrich. For whatever you drive, Michelin is a tire to fit any need. Sexton Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. Find out more online at sextontirepros.com.
I hit a bump in the road, I got a nail in my tire. The muffler is loose, the steering no power. At Sexton Tire Pros, we're one of the few where everything we do rotates around you. Sexton.
You're listening to Patriot Talk with Pike Road head football coach Granger Shook. To be part of the show, call 334-517-1210 or text the Patriot Talk text box at 334-313-1170. Now back to Coach Shook and Doug Amos.
All right, before we welcome in Cody Markham to the show tonight, we had another question at Pike Road Live, and it was for you, Coach. It says, will Patrick Carter help contribute in the backfield with Big Mike? I think the two of them make a great 1-2 punch.
Yeah, I think our offense does an excellent job of distributing the ball. I think Jamichael poses a lot of issues for defenses. So does Patrick. So does AT. I think we have three running backs who can cause a lot of issues for our opponents. I think our offensive line does an exceptional job of paving the way for all three. So I think Patrick can definitely see a lot of playing time tomorrow night.
Cody Markham joins us. He is quite the player for this team. We had him in here once before.
Right.
It's great to have him back. Cody, good evening, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
We're doing well. I think he looks bigger and stronger than he did like in week 2 when he was here.
He does not miss the weight room.
He does not.
No.
I can tell.
Yes.
I'd like to see a coach versus player matchup in the locker room.
Yeah, not me.
Talk about, if you would, Cody, what senior day was like. Maybe the team didn't play as well as perhaps you'd wanted to, but a lot of senior days turn out that way. Now that you're past it and you found a way to win, do you kind of feel like a new slate for the playoffs?
Yes, sir. Senior day was great. It was a great experience, recognizing all the seniors on this team and all that they put in throughout the program. But I feel like it was kind of a wake-up call because we were kind of flat that whole week, and, it kind of resulted down at that game. But we wiped it clean. We got a new plate this week. We got a new opponent ahead of us, and we worked hard this week. We've been grinding this week, and I can't wait to see what it plays out tomorrow night.
I remember Cody was with us one of the first couple of shows, and just the personality and his engaging with people stood out to me. It really seemed really special. Talk about that among your team. We haven't had one player in here all year long that looked like they weren't enjoying being here.
Right, and Cody is a great ambassador for our school, great ambassador for our football program. Cody signed his letter of intent, his commitment to Troy University to play baseball today.
I heard it today.
Very, very excited for him. He has earned that right.
And I think a bunch of his teammates were there to support him, right?
Absolutely. But one thing his dad said today that just puts Cody, just lets me know the type of young man he is. His dad thanked, and Cody thanked almost everybody in that room, and they were so humble in their speeches. And Cody just recognizing that it's not only him that got him to this point, that he has relied on so many people to help him get to this point. and the intentionality that Cody and his father and his mother have shown up to this point is just was very humbling for me. And so I just appreciate him and the example he has set for these younger players.
How excited are you about Troy? I've gotten to know Skylar Meade pretty well. I believe about to enter his second year as the head coach. I think second or third maybe. But that facility is unbelievable. How excited are you to take on that Division I college baseball opportunity?
I'm very excited. You know, I want to get through this senior season healthy. I want to give it all I have. But, you know, I can't wait to play for Coach Meade because he seemed like a great guy when I went on the visits. The first day that he talked to me, it felt like I've known him for a long time. It just felt like family. And then he brought me down on that visit. It was crazy. They were building the facilities, and it was unbelievable. And I can't wait to be a part of it.
Coach, I don't know if you noticed this, but Coach Meade has quite the personality. He and Scott Cross, who's the head basketball coach, the South Alabama Troy game on television, they were like very well seen in the front of the student section. Did you notice it? Yeah, you saw it. So I think you're going to have a great time at Troy. I spent 7 years there on the broadcast team. I'm really happy for you. But let's get this done, right?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
How excited is the senior class to roll it out there again?
It's very exciting. I know they're very excited because I talked to them, and you know we just can't wait to get out there and wipe our tongue out from last week. You know we want to get back out there and prove a point because you know they got us last year and it really hurt us because
24-21 I think was the final.
Sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. And I remember some of the guys, you know, crying on the field. So I'm like, man, we just gotta get it back this year. We can't. I know the guys don't want that to happen either.
Cody, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you so much. Go get him tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Cody Markham, big hand for him, the senior, playing in a playoff game tomorrow.
You forgot to ask me what I learned.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on, Doug.
That's horrible. Can you believe I did that? Cody Markham, what'd you learn today, bro? Then I love it when they're stopping me and say, come on, man, I've been practicing.
Yeah.
What'd you learn today, big fella?
In during the Roman class, we're talking about DNA. So the four main components, the basic components of DNA is adenine, cytosine, thymine, and guanine. And they're made up of double helix spindles.
That's why I didn't ask you. We now know exactly why I didn't really care. Because you spent 30 seconds talking. I don't know any more now than I did when I asked you. So great seeing you, buddy.
Thank you.
Big hand for Cody Markham. I want to bring over the head of our quarterback club for a minute, Michael Hennig, our good friend. Former Mississippi State quarterback and running this quarterback club, doing wonderful things.
Mississippi State wishes they had him right
Boy,
now.
do they.
Yes.
I'll tell you, Mississippi State wishes they had him as the head coach right now. I got a feeling. So let's talk about this year. First year for Granger Shook. Has brought a lot of excitement to this community. How he does it, not just the way his teams play, but how he does it means a lot, too, to this community.
Oh, for sure. I mean, people see how Granger does, how he reacts, how he talks. I mean, you can watch it on the Facebook Live and watch it on the Facebook when they post it. It's just, I get chills every time I hear him start his speech, and then they go to like a interception by Holmes or something, and then we have to pick up on it in a little bit. But he's just an unbelievable guy. He's the most humble person that I know.
And that's why he's so successful, in my opinion. I've known him for a good decade now. So let's talk about the quarterback club. Obviously, when a new regime comes in, sometimes you have to rebuild and rebuild back up, and I think you've done a great job kind of spearheading that.
Well, I'm backing up Zach Gibbs. Now, Zach Gibbs is our president. I'm the head of fundraising.
Guess what? That means you're the head of the most important part.
Yeah, that's right. But, you know, Patriots. We had a heck of a foundation that they started last year, and we have jumped on that. And with the people in the community, it's been easy. It's been one of those things that you kind of jump in, and we call these people and say, hey, do you want to do that field sign like you did last year? Yes, I would love to. And when you get those reactions from people, it makes it easy.
All right, so tell us about this trip that we're going to be drawing for in a minute, and then the 2 rounds of golf. I've explained that, but you're the one through the Quarterback Club that got this trip for a lucky Pike Road football fan.
That's right. It's going to be 3 days, 2 nights at the Battle House Hotel in Mobile. And from everything that I've heard, my wife has said that we should have kept it, but we're going to give it away to a lucky Patriot, and we appreciate everybody that came up here during the Thursday night coaches talk, and we'll see how it goes.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. I want this on camera, Brian. I want to know that this is above Michael's head, so he's drawing blindly for the trip.
No wings on those fingers either.
No wings on those fingers.
Turner Faulkner.
Shocker. What a shock that is that Turner Faulkner wins. Hey, listen, we made the rules back in on the first
He did it right.
Hey, rules.
He's
It's
also
legit.
the one that put the $5 in to get a second pick.
Yes, he did.
All right, now you're drawing for the 2 rounds of golf at Capitol Hill. Another prize.
He is going to win it again. Derek Wilson.
Derek Wilson wins a couple of rounds of golf.
Yes.
To Capitol Hill. That includes your cart and your greens fee. So enjoy that. Take a buddy or use it twice for you.
I know who he's not going to take.
Not going to take your dad?
No, he's not.
Again, Michael, man, you know, this is my first year involved with the Coaches Show. I kind of came in a package deal with Granger, but I can tell leadership when I see it, and I can tell when a community embraces a program and sees that what the importance of a successful football program can mean to a community. And you're humble too, and you take you deserve a lot of the credit for that, brother.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we appreciate it.
I appreciate Michael and Zach and Brooks and Angela and Maddie and everybody involved with our Quarterback Club. It takes a village.
And guess what? Nobody understands what it takes to be successful in football any more than this guy.
No question.
This is our only SEC football player in the building, I believe. Maybe even in the whole community.
There you go.
Good to see you, Michael.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, buddy. We appreciate it. Michael Hennig, big hand for him and the great job that he's done with our Quarterback Club. Yes, Turner Faulkner giving him a standing ovation for that drawing prowess. All right, when we get back, we're going to welcome in Max Seaman and talk to him. Stick around. It is Patriot Talk on a Thursday night from the market at John Hall Store.
107.5 is W298BC Montgomery. ESP and the Ticket.
Eating healthy has never tasted this good.
Oh,
Stop by
good.
Nuke's Eatery and discover over 80
Hey,
delicious
Michael, come on over here with
600
Turner. Get a picture of all 4 of us.
Shrimp po' boy with a cup of tomato basil soup. Or stay warm and satisfied with a hearty bowl of corn and crab chowder. Whatever you're craving, you can find it for under 600 calories. Because we're happy to cut calories, but not flavor. Only at Nuke's Eatery.
Stop in at Nuke's Eatery, Montgomery, at Taylor and Vaughn.
Sexton Tire Pros is home of the hassle-free guarantee. They make taking care of your tires simpler by offering a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and major brands like Michelin and BF Goodrich. For whatever you drive, Michelin is a tire to fit any need. Sexton Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. Find out more online at sextontirepros.com.
I hear the bump in the road, I got a nail in my tire. The muffler is loose, steering no power. At Sexton Tire Pros, we're one of the few where everything we do rotates around you. Sexton.
Come discover a more familiar way of life in Pike Road's newest development, Hidden Oaks. Build your dream home in nature without all the traffic. Located just minutes from the Pike Road Town Center, Publix, restaurants, and additional shopping, you won't have to go far for anything you might need. Hidden Oaks features incredible access to I-85 and Vaughn Road while still retaining its profound beauty and privacy. Auburn, Lake Martin, and downtown Montgomery are just a short drive away. With site pros getting the lots ready to build on, claim your spot now. To find out more about Hidden Oaks, go to hiddenoaksal.com.
Hey, it's Richard White from the Pike Road Patriot Fund. We're the people that bring you the annual crawfish bowl each spring that's raised over $120,000 for the 3 Pike Road schools. We have a new event for 2023 called Patriots on the Hunt. It's a great excuse to go hunting more and help raise money for Pike Road schools. Whether it's hogs, does, or that big buck, there's a category where you can win. You can buy tags right now at prpatriotfund.com. Don't forget, on Saturday, December 9th, we'll have the big Pike Road Patriot Party from 2 to 5 o'clock at the John Hall store, where we'll have a raffle, we'll have free food, we'll have music, and a cash bar again down at the John Hall store, December 9th, 2 to 5. It's going to be a big time. You're going to say, hey, were you there? I hope your answer is, hey, I was there. Anyone that bought a tag can participate, or you can buy a ticket at the door for $50. Hey, y'all go to prpatriotfund.com. Check it out, prpatriotfund.com. We'll see you, your family, your friends on December the 9th from 2 to 5. Love y'all and God bless.
Fueled by the vision of 3 generations of leaders with backgrounds in engineering, construction, and finance, Halstead has left an indelible mark of quality on the retail and multifamily landscape throughout the Southeast for more than 70 years. Halstead has built a diversified real estate portfolio across 14 states, featuring some of the best-known name brands in America. Call Halstead Contractors at 334-288-2330. Halstead is a proud supporter of Pike Road Patriot football.
It's year 7 of the Pig Enterprises Scoreboard Show. This is Doug Amos inviting you to join me and special guests each Friday night from 9 to 11 right here on WTXK, ESPN The Ticket in the River Region. You can listen online as well on roundtablebroadcast.com. We'll have a great time on remote at different high school games and in the studio. It's going to be a great, great year. Follow all your high school football scores right here on ESPN The Ticket.
The best sports in the Montgomery area can be found at WTXK, Pike Road, Montgomery, ESPN The Ticket. You're listening to Patriot Talk with Pike Road head football coach Granger Shook. To be part of the show, call 334-517-1210 or text the Patriot Talk text box at 334-313-1170. Now back to Coach Shook and Doug Amos.
Coach, before we welcome in our last guest of the evening, I don't think you can be successful in high school athletics without a very supportive administration.
Right.
You had it from where you were, and you certainly have it from where you are.
Absolutely. Very, very blessed to be a part of an administration who supports not only athletics but football specifically, and you know, that is definitely the case here at Pike Road for sure.
I know your director of athletics is out tonight.
Yes, Jared,
for Patriot Talk.
Jared Traylor is here, and thankful of him, and Alan Manus is here as well.
And that's Ms.
Our
Manus.
principal's husband.
There you go.
Who helps coach our DBs.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Good to have them both here tonight for Patriot Talk. Good to have this guy here, too. Last time I visited with Max Seaman, I got sore just listening to the story. You know, and he's going to put all that memory to bed this year, because last year, 2 days after Homewood took us out of the playoffs, he had a hunting accident that would have put probably a lot of people on the shelf for good when it came to football. Not Max Seaman, though. He's back for his senior year, and another shot at Homewood. Mac, how cool is that?
It's cool. Really cool.
Push that a little closer to your mouth, if you don't mind. I'll ask you the same question I asked the other seniors. What have you felt like this week from them, from a leadership standpoint, getting ready for the playoffs?
I felt really good going into the playoffs, and we're just just know it's really nice to finally be back into the playoffs, and we're ready.
You know, you play at home, obviously, tomorrow night. If Spanish Fort wins, who is the higher-seeded team in your bracket, you will play at home again next Friday night. Not to get the cart in front of the horse, but that's the truth. So, you know, this may not be your last game at Pike Road Stadium, and that's got to be a good feeling, knowing that you have an opportunity to earn another one.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Talk about him and what he's meant to your program.
Mac's been a tremendous leader for us from day one. Again, voted on our leadership council, as we previously stated. And, you know, Mac is a leader by example. You know, he doesn't say a lot, but he leads by what he does. And to me, those are the most important leaders. You can have guys who say a lot, who bark a lot, who are really loud, but when the rubber meets the road, they don't follow what they say. That is not the case with Mac. Very, very thankful that Mac is a senior for us. I wish I had him for another year, just type of player he is, but I'm glad that I've gotten to coach him.
Mac, talk about last Friday night. It was a challenge. I mean, you got to the fourth quarter, and it was anybody's ball game. They had some great players. You've got great players, obviously, but what about fighting through the adversity to get that win?
I felt like we fought pretty good, but then again, I don't see why we were ever in that position. I guess we didn't really take them as serious, knowing that playoffs were this week. But we worked through that and got through that game, and now we're just looking at this game this week.
Have the seniors had a few things to say about that to the team? You know, that can't happen again, kind of thing.
Yes, sir, they have.
Coach, and I know you guys have put that thought home too.
Absolutely. You know, and I just want to reiterate how proud I am of this senior group, how thankful I am of them, how much I appreciate them, because they have worked their tails off. I know when we came in as a staff, we may have done things a little differently than what they've done in the past, but they have bought in. They haven't questioned it. They have really just dived in head first and executed at a high level most every week. And I think they have shown our fans that they've gotten better each week. Administration has been very supportive. Our entire community is very proud of this senior group.
He averages almost 7 tackles a game. He's got 3 sacks along with it. He's a guy that you got to have defensively tomorrow night to be successful.
There's no doubt. Homewood is a very heavy run team. They not only run it with their running back, but their quarterback is a dual threat guy. So Mac is going to be crucial, not only defending the run with the running back and quarterback, but also defending the pass on the second level. And, you know, with RPOs, the way they are now, he is very, very critical to our success tomorrow night.
All right, Mac, you know I'm going to ask you before I let you go, tell me one thing that you learned today.
One thing I learned in my anatomy class is we're learning about the different bones that are in your hands and your feet and your head. I can't name all of them right now, but
you learned a lot about them, right? That's good enough for me.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know I had bones in my head. I got rocks in my head. I didn't know anything about bones.
News to me.
News to me, too.
Yes.
Hey, good luck tomorrow night,
sir.
buddy. Thanks for joining us. Big hand for Max Seaman. Everybody, a senior playing tomorrow night for the Pike Road Patriots. Coach, we got about 5 minutes to go here.
Right.
Let's just talk about the new season and how you as a coach are able to reset things, to get things back to square one as we head into the postseason.
Well, this has been a really motivated group. They have wanted to win since day one, you know, and this senior class, I'm their third head coach in 4 years, and for them to have bought into not only myself but the staff, I'm really humbled by it and very appreciative of it. And they have been very successful on and off the field, and so getting them motivated this week has not been very hard. They want to compete at a high level versus Homewood. If we come ready to play, I like our odds. If we come ready to play and take care of the football, I really like our odds, and so that's something I've been really harping on this week.
And so let's talk about tomorrow night, how it works. Anything differently with game day setup and all of that when it's a playoff game as compared to a regular season?
Our fans are used to YouTube Live, Pike Road Football Live on YouTube. That is not going to be an option this week, so I encourage everybody who's used to watching it. They can still listen to it, but they can't watch it on YouTube like they're accustomed to. So I want to encourage everybody to come out. It's going to be a very hostile crowd. As we've already mentioned, Homewood has 400 band members that are going to be very disciplined, and they're going to be really, really loud when we're on offense. And so we need our fans to come out and support our guys. And so it's going to be a great environment for our players and our fans alike.
And let's make sure we make this point, because I think this is going to be confirmed tomorrow night. If you got a 400-person band, you're going to have a lot of fans too.
Absolutely.
They're pulling for Homewood.
Yes.
So we don't want anything going on with it not feeling like a home field advantage for your team. It definitely needs to feel like that, and that requires the Pike Road community to come out and support you.
Yes, and just come out like they've done all year. I know it's going to be a holiday weekend, and I know there's no school, but, our fans have done a tremendous job of coming and supporting us all year. I don't expect any less, but I do expect for our opponents to bring more fans than any other opponent has done all year. So, again, our fans not only need to show up like they've done, but they need to be as loud as they've ever been.
Need to ask you this, because I know you held out some kids last week.
Right.
Where are we physically heading into tomorrow night's game? Whatever you're comfortable sharing.
We are in much better shape this week than we were last week. And again, that has a lot to do with our energy this week at practice, getting guys back, really boosted our energy and our emotion at practice in a positive way. So, again, I'm highly encouraged by what we may play like tomorrow night.
Tell everybody what your seniors voted on to wear tomorrow night. I like it.
Yes, our seniors wanted to wear our Jordan jerseys, which are black, with our black pants and that gray helmet. That is what they wanted to wear in the playoffs. I give our seniors the right to vote. It is their senior year. It is their team.
I like it.
And I want them to have a voice into what they wear on Friday night.
Have you worn that this year?
We wore it versus Carver.
Okay, there you go.
And we played pretty well.
There you go.
I was not opposed to it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I love that fact.
Yes.
I got one more question we'll get to. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I told you. What about the question about it seemed to have a lot of players, but what about depth issues?
Well, I think that's the difference between 6A and 7A. I think that 6A and 7A are very comparable. I think we saw that when Clay Chalkville beat Thompson, when different 6A teams beat Hoover and Opelika, but I think just the depth is the big issue between 6A.
I got you.
I like where we are.
Hey, it's been fun.
Thank
Go
you,
get
Doug.
them tomorrow
Appreciate
night,
you,
buddy.
man.
You bet.
Thank
Granger
you.
Shook, the head coach of the Pike Road Patriots, 7 o'clock kick tomorrow night. The Homewood Patriots at the Pike Road Patriots. Be there, everybody.